Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel. This is your match reaction video. Manchester City 3. Oh, fuck. Actually, one sec. There we go. That's what we need to do. Man City 3. Man United 1. Disappointing. Disappointing result. Disappointing performance. I'm going to stick to my guns and say there was some positives. You know my thoughts on it, but we're going to get the thoughts of the guys. As always, we've got Desi. We've got Oshin. Welcome back. We've got, I'm not calling you by that name you've typed in. We've got Chris, and we've got Ben as well. Oshim, you've returned, so I'll give you first dibs. What did you make of it? Give us your lowdown. Disappointing.
It was look. Did we really ever have a chance against City? I mean, if we're being completely honest about it, we probably didn't. Keeping the scoreline at 3-1 is a positive in itself. Onana was exceptional, really was. He kept us in that game in the first half. I think you read my comment because everything I said was what you said out live. That Evans and Varane were brilliant in the first half. Delot was very good at right back. Lindelof was just torn apart by Foden.
Yeah.
Then in the midfield, Casemiro made a brilliant in the first half. McTominay was a passenger, as Chris said Wednesday, never not a passenger. Bruno did well in the false nine. I thought he was linking play. Garnacho was anonymous, and Rashford took the chance he got, but then the other two chances he just couldn't get his feet right. And you would expect someone of his quality to get his feet right in those situations. The subs, I kind of feel that they were the wrong subs. Especially the Garnacho Rashford one. That was a funny one for me. I do think Rashford scores that one-on-one versus Ederson. We'll never know, but I do think Rashford would have slaughtered over him. More than what Garnacho did. And Lindelof was the fault for the first goal, and he was also the weak link at the back, and he got the full 90 minutes, which is beyond me. But there is positives there. Onana being the shining light, I thought it was exceptional.
Yeah. Chris, I'll go to you next. I mean, like I said, I thought again. I will echo what Oshin says there. I thought it was a good defensive display for large periods. And I've seen a lot of negativity and stuff in the chat before we come over, and a lot of people here saying it as well. Like, for example, Graham is saying pathetic, major clean out needed. Was it? I mean, City or City, and I know it's hard to say that, but was it that bad? I don't think it was that bad.
No, I mean, what the comment you just read out, we've known that for. I mean, you're not saying anything new that we need a clean out. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, we know we need we don't have a squad, like a full squad. I mean, especially even now, it's even worse when Lindelof is playing left back, and he doesn't have the pace to play left back. He doesn't help any, whether it's Garnacho or Rashford on the left side. He's not going to overlap. He's not going to help anything. You don't even have to worry about it. I mean, when I saw that, Foden just ripped them apart. I mean, I don't think it was bad. I mean, I think the positive is we defended well as a team, but the problem is, City's going to capitalize on the mistakes that we made, and we made some mistakes. Like, I'll be honest with you, the first goal with Foden, I don't think anybody can. I mean, he made a nice move. Even if Luke Shaw's there, I don't think he blocks it. I don't think he does anything. He made a nice move and had a worldly shot, like similar to Rashford's. I mean, he had his chance. He took it. He got it. The second goal, you were right. Casemiro didn't track back, but that's a mistake. They capitalized. And then, as you said before, Casemiro should have never played that ball that's a terrible ball to play to Amrabat. You just stuck him in the shit all of a sudden, and they capitalized. I mean, I think we played well as a team, like defensively. I think we did hold up play a little bit. I mean, again, you're never going to win possession against City. Let's just be honest. But
Yeah.
I think we had some chances. And like Oshin said, like, you hope that Rashford sorts his feet out on one or two of those, but it just didn't. I mean, I can't say that I'm going to call out his name and say, oh, it's his fault. But no, I mean, like Oshin said, like, Garnacho was, like, passenger is nice. I mean, he didn't really do much today. I mean, at all. I mean, and I'm not trying to put all the blame on him. It's just he didn't really do much. I mean, I think he should have pressured pressured the ball a little bit more on defense. I mean, I'm not asking him to go in and win all these tackles because that's not who he is, but I think he needs to put a little bit more effort on the defensive side of the ball. You know, just more effort in pressing the ball, or stepping to the guy that, like on the cross that Bernardo Silva had that Holland missed the sitter. I mean, Garnacho's standing 5 yards off of him, just letting him have a free cross. You can't let that happen. So
yeah.
But otherwise, I think there's a lot of positives. I mean, I like the way, honestly, I don't agree with the subs like Oshin said, but I like the way Ten Hag kind of positioned our team. It's something tactically, it's different, and like Oshin said, I think it was drilled into him all week, and I think they played really well with it. So I'm happy with that. But I mean, like Oshin said, were we really going to sit on a 1-0 win? I don't think so.
Yeah. Desi, what did you make of it? Obviously, the boys make some good points there. I would agree with what Chris says there. It's nice to see a change of formation and change of tactics rather than Ten Hag being rigid with what he's always done. But what way do you see the game? Was there positives there, or what would you take from it?
Yeah, well, I said at the end of last week's, or the week before reaction, I said that you could just sit in and defend as a unit. And I think that's what his game plan was, just defend and maybe hopefully catch them on the counter. And for 60 minutes, we've done it relatively well.
Yeah.
But when they just keep prodding in the class that they have, you have to be concentrated for the full 90, and just a few lack of concentration from a few players in the park, and they're gonna score, aren't they? Really, like.
Yeah.
I think another day if Rashford gets that ball down at his head and gets through on goal and we go 2-0 up, it's a different story. But it's just the way the game went. But I'd be positive with that performance, because people were going to say they're going to steamroll us, they're going to run over, it's going to be 6-7-0, whatever you want to call it, and we done okay. We done the best we could have done with the team that we have.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Ben, I'll go to you. Good defensive display overall. Again, we've mentioned Lindelof probably as the weak link. Playing at left back, obviously he's not comfortable there. I mean, can you put a lot of blame on him, really? I don't think really you can.
No, he's in there to do a job, isn't he? Like you say, you don't play there. Who else is on the pitch that could play there? You've got Dallo that could play there, but then, like you say, you're going to play the young footballer from the start. You're not going to do it, are you?
Yeah.
So,
and what did you make? What did you make of Rashford's display in general? Obviously, he gets an unbelievable goal, and I suppose that's what he's there to do. Obviously, I thought he probably worked a little bit harder than Garnacho, maybe defensively. I thought it was a better performance, but probably not back to what we're used to with him.
Yeah, it's just confidence he needs, isn't it? Like you say, he's putting the effort in. We've seen him put the effort in today, and that's all you can ask from him. Obviously, if he's doing that week in, week out, the confidence will come, and he'll start getting them one-on-ones and putting them away, won't he? So, let him keep going.
Just a rub of the green, I think, more than anything else. I think we were a little bit unlucky with that. Let me go on to some of the comments here and see what people have to say. Smash the like on the video as well, lads, if you haven't already done so. Jock says, not great. Feel we could have took a win home. Neverworth says, defending was spectacular today. Varane and Evans done wonderfully. Today my biggest takeaway was that we are seriously lacking match fitness and we need to explore keeping possession and switching it. Yeah, I mean, you're always going to be knackered if you're chasing shadows. Graham says, I'll pay for Rashford's plane ticket out of the club myself. He's shite. Well, I wouldn't go that far after that performance. I think that's a bit harsh. Reece says, ref was a joke. I didn't think he would have changed the outcome, though. Lindelof also allowing Foden to cut in is ridiculous at this level. Chop him, take the yellow.
Yeah.
It's very easy to say that.
It was the first time in the match. It was the first time in the match. It was the first time in the match that Lindelof didn't send them out wide, and he let him go in on his good foot.
Yeah.
For the vast majority of when they were building up and they come out to him, he was sending them down the line. It was the only time he let him go inside, and he managed to get a shot.
Yeah, he was getting tired though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, and it's look again, lack of concentration. He was always sending them out wide and wanting them to go down to the byline. And the one time he got him on the edge of the box, he let him cut inside and he just rifled it into the top corner.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's see what else we've got here. Lisa says, electric goal by Rashford, that we should have had a penalty. Let me see. We see now. Sean says, Ten Hag, apologists think you win games by playing 11 behind the ball for the majority of the game. Park the bus. Park in mid-table. I wouldn't say Sean is a United fan somehow or another. Or if he is, he's a bad one. John says, it's the hope that kills you. Some great play, and Onana didn't deserve 3 against him. No defending for the third goal. Well, let's talk a little bit about Onana. Chris, I'll ask you this one. I think we've got a good goalkeeper on our hands. I've been saying it for a while now. He seems to turn a corner. He has the right mentality. He seems to be showing more consistency with his saves, with his hands. We know how good he is with his feet. Has he turned a corner?
I think he's getting there. Yeah. I mean, I think it's trending upwards. I mean, I'm not worried about him anymore. But was I ever worried about him? No, but he just made some mental mistakes. I mean, let's be honest, he cost us games in the Champions League because he couldn't sort his feet or his hands out on what he was going to do when the ball's coming at him. I mean, it was just bad. But I think he's the least of my worries right now. I mean, my biggest worry with our team is we're injury riddled, and that's what it is. And like Desi said, we did the best with the team that we had. I mean, you can't really say like of the guys that were on the bench, who are you did we start someone over someone else that we shouldn't have? I don't think so. I mean, it's just we did the best we could at this point, and we're gonna have to, whether people like it or not, we're gonna have to grind out results with the team that we have.
Yeah, 100%. John with the super chat, he says, we didn't play bad today. Ref and VAR haters. Yeah, I thought the ref was very, very one-sided, I have to say. Oisin, I'm going to go to you on this one because you are Mr. 442. Talk to me about the formation because, I agree it worked. You know what I mean? Whatever way he set us up, it worked. And it's good to see us play a different formation rather than just Ten Hag narrow-mindedly 4-3-3 all the time.
I think that's what unsettled City in the first 10-15 minutes. They couldn't figure us out. Then once they figured us out, it was one-way traffic, but those first 10-15 minutes were great. They were well drilled. You could see, and I said it in the chat, they'd been working on this for a while. I don't think they started this on Thursday morning after the FA Cup. I think this is something that he's had there working on for a good while.
Yeah.
After the chat I had with 4-4-2, he seems to have taken my advice and gone with it eventually. But it's good to see it. And as you say, it's another thing now that we can throw at teams. Maybe, I hate saying it, but teams that are above us, the Liverpools, the Cities, as we did, and just make us harder to break down because we have been too easy to break down this season.
Yeah.
Far too easy. And it took City 60 minutes to break us down. And is that because of 4-4-2? Maybe or maybe not, but we'd only know if we do it again and see what happens.
Yeah, 100%. Talk to me a little bit then while you're there on the substitutions, because I obviously didn't think there was maybe a whole lot wrong with him, given what we've got on the bench, I suppose. Now, I know it probably should have been Garnacho over Rashford, but what was the other one you had an issue with?
The other one I had an issue with was Lindelof. I just thought he gave us nothing throughout the game. I thought Evans and Varane had Haaland in his back pocket. Both of them between them were keeping. And okay, Evans is 35? He probably was blowing a bit, but himself and Varane, Haaland had that one miss in the first half, and that's all he had. He had nothing else because the two guys had him well marshalled. Then Lindelof goes on him and he scores. Okay, it was a bad pass from Casemiro, but he started getting more freedom once Evans was taken off him. Yeah. And that was my issue with it. I was still a ball combat on it, not played him a centre half, but played him at the right, put Dallo over left as we had. But I had let Evans and Varane as a unit in the middle because I thought they were doing very well together.
Yeah.
And then the last two substitutions, it was too late for him to affect anything. So,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Desi, have you any issues with his in-game management? Obviously, it's been a big talking point on the channel here. I don't see an issue with it today, but are you concerned maybe about his decisions in-game and the substitutions he's making?
Well, first of all, he hasn't got a whole lot to pick from, but I I definitely think he shouldn't have took off Mainu. I don't know. There's a few like take off Garnacho. He's doing nothing all game. He's not getting the ball. He's not. Just I don't see why take off Rashford. And look, I'm very critical on Rashford. Maybe drop Amrabat in for Lindelof. Didn't he play there in a few games?
I think he played. He played left
played
back
there
a couple
Wednesday
of
night,
times
yeah.
when he started. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just take Lindelof off and put Amrabat in there because he'll try and do his best in there. He's probably a little bit better than Lindelof. I don't know. He hasn't got a whole lot to pick from.
Yeah, you're right.
um,
You're spot on.
like what can you say? Like you
Yeah.
must look around and go, what am I going to do here?
Yeah.
And that's just the harsh reality of the squad we have at the minute and injuries and whatever else you
Yeah.
want to call it. But
100%.
look
100%.
again, Jack. We done the best we could have with the team we had.
Yeah.
We would have. I said earlier on a 1-1 draw is a cracking result, and I thought we would have got it, but they're just too good. That's just how it
They
is,
are.
and that's why they're up there challenging where they are.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris, we've talked about depth in the squad, and obviously we've got a real lack of it. I want to. Actually, do you know what? I'll ask you this question because I just have the replay on here on Rashford before the goal, the supposed foul. Any complaints?
No, I think he needs to be stronger. I mean, I think if he's a little bit stronger for a little bit longer, I think Kyle Walker will foul him because that's what Walker does. I mean, I think he'll end up trying to muscle him because Walker's an impatient defender. Because I think he's gonna do something, but I don't think there's a foul there. I have more of an issue with the challenge on Garnacho with Ederson coming in studs up, but I have more of an issue with that one. But going back,
I think if that challenge is made on the halfway line, it's a free kick all day.
100%, yeah. I think
Now, not that I agree. I don't think it should be a free kick because I think he wins the ball cleanly, but we're getting too many fouls these days for follow throughs. Follow through is the aftermath of a good tackle the majority of the time.
No, and I agree, but I mean, you got to play it, you got to call it the same way. If you're consistently all year punishing follow throughs with studs up and everything like that, then I think you got to maintain it at that point. Like I agree with you. I think the follow through is part of a good tackle, but if you've been calling it all year, then you got to do something about it at that point. Like you said, like if somebody makes that tackle at the halfway line, they're gonna get a card at that point.
Yeah.
That's just me. But I mean, as far as the subs, like as you said, what you look at the bench and you're like, really? I got to put somebody on because we're dying on the vine. But like, who do I put on? Like, it's just, And I think Garnacho. I mean, of all the subs, I think Garnacho should have come off. And because I mean, yeah, like in the chat or during the live, you said that that maybe that's why Garnacho's on, but Rashford can do that. He's got more pace than Garnacho does, I believe. So I think
it just seems to me a little bit like, I don't know, maybe you'll agree or disagree that maybe Ten Hag has his substitutions actually picked out before the game even starts. Would that be an honest assessment, maybe?
Yeah, because we only have two guys that can really come on. It's really not anybody like who. I mean, you look at all the guys that are on the bench. Who else? Like, was it Toby Collier that's on there? He's 19 years old. Like we don't have anybody. You look at the bench. It's like, well, it's you two guys, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But you two are going on at some point. Like, it's just, I just don't think.
Heads or tails, which one's going on first?
Exactly. It's like, hey, who's ready first? Oh, you are. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's literally one defensive sub and one somewhat attacking sub in Anthony. You have one defensive sub in Amrabat. Like, Kambwala, I mean, he may be a good player going forward.
I have a feeling that lad is going to be a good player.
No, I agree. But, I mean, but is he an impact sub? We don't have – our impact sub was already in the game doing nothing.
Yeah.
So
I know what you mean. Yeah. Martin says, can't fault on Anna at all. He played the best I've seen him for a while. John says, Evans had a great game. Lisa says, we did the best today, and with having injuries, Onana was absolutely fantastic. Varane did brilliant as well. Neverworld says, Evans was literally trying to grow new holes to breathe through when he came off. Absolutely wonderful performance from him. But it's more the fact that we had next to nothing to replace him. Yeah, that's the issue, I think, more than anything else.
I'll be honest. I think they were the two best players besides Onana. I think on the field it was Evans and Ron were our two best players.
Yeah.
You know, with Bruno slightly, I mean, and we've been critical about Bruno and his efforts and what he's doing. I didn't see any flicks and tricks out of him. He was holding the ball well. When he did have the opportunity, he was making nice little passes, moving and moving in the space and everything like that. So it's one of the better games I've seen out of Bruno.
Yeah. Oisin, I give you the final word on Scott McTominay. I thought he played okay today.
What did he do?
I'm just going to say, what game are you watching?
Where's my fishing rod? I'm only playing. I don't want to dig him out as I always do. But
that's my job today, is it?
What's that?
That's my job today, is it?
Yeah. Well, me throat. Go on.
Look, did he touch the ball 3 times in 90 minutes? 98 minutes, whatever it was. What did he offer us going forward? What did he offer us on the defense? Nothing. He didn't know.
Where was he even playing?
He was somewhere. He was like a number 10 who then finished number 8 and then didn't know where else to go after that and just kind of ran across the pitch rather than up and down at times.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one play I think goes in the first half. He got the ball on a break and he's going across the field and he's by himself and somehow he lost it to nobody. Like I'm going, oh, here we go. There he is. Like it's just like all he had to do is possess it a little bit, turn back and but like you said too, Jack, like every time he gets the ball, it goes straight backward.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, come on.
I like Jack's haircut, short back and sides.
Jeez, I tell you, boys, look at that for a fucking fringe, boy. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's leave it on my fringe and we'll end on such a positive note. But look, I mean, not that it's not the end of the world because losing to City in the derby is a nightmare and a pain. But yeah, I think we're all in agreement that there is positives to take and United were kind of backs to the wall. We need to get players back fit more than anything else. We need a squad. And we need a better squad.
I want to know what's happening with Mason Mount. Let's be honest. Like, what kind of injury does he have that he's been out this long? Like,
yeah.
I have some serious reservations right now about him. Like something like he must have like tore something or something like he didn't even have surgery and he's been out.
The one thing I would say is that whenever he does come back, he's going to have a lot of questions to answer. You know what I mean? He's going to need to hit the ground running when he comes back. If I was going to say if he can get into the team, but fucking I'd get into the team at this stage.
Let's be honest. I think we would have had a better shot if McTominay's out and a healthy Mason Mount is playing where McTominay was. I think we're a lot more dangerous at that point, to be honest, with the way we played today.
Yeah, I agree. Right, gentlemen, we'll leave it there. I'm going to go and get a chest transplant or something because I'm absolutely shattered here. Thanks for joining, as always, lads. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'll chat to you during the week. All right?
Yeah, catch you later.
Take it easy, man. Thanks everybody for watching as well, guys. If you haven't already done so, please do smash a like on the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. Look, disappointing result for United. 3-1 away to City. Positives to take, but not a lot. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with the news, as always. So please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification, turn on notifications as well. Thanks for watching. Chat to you tomorrow. Take it easy.